technology perhaps helps students who don't feel that they belong because they can almost instantly get the support that they might need through a device. Um, where does one begin to think about the role of technology in the classroom from a pedagogical perspective?
Oh, very, very, very good question, and it's the most important question, I think. Um, so I think the key thing is to go back to those big questions first. What's the point of school? Like in our own specific context, if we're leading a school, teaching in a school, what's the point of the school? What's the role of the school in terms of the young people's lives who are in that classroom? Where do you want to start? Where do you want to stop? What do you want to support with? What don't you want to support in? Being clear on that. Then what's the role of the learner in that space? What do you want them to be able to do? What do you not want them to be able to do? And to kind of understand what that looks like. And then what would learning feel like within the context of what's the point of school and what's the role of a learner? What does the learning experience, how would we characterize that? And then, and only then, what's the role of the teacher? And how is the teacher going to enable, facilitate, support, scaffold, guide, however you want to interpret what it means to be a teacher in enabling those things to happen. Once all of that is has clarity, then we become okay, in order to make that happen, in order to operationalize these great big wonderful ideas, we've got to do some stuff. And when we want to do that stuff, what's the most efficient tool, digital or non-digital, human or non-human, to actually make that stuff happen? I probably shouldn't use the word stuff, but it's not very technical. Yeah, how are we going to actually bring it to life? And actually, then the digital fits in as supporting, extending, enhancing, or staying away from really nicely because we know what we're actually trying to do from a very deep pedagogical principled way. I think the mistake that often happens is that we start with we've got these digital tools or we've got these physical tools or we've got these paper tools or these chairs, this front of class board, these slides, this schema work, whatever. We start there and we think, right, how are we going to use that? And it's a false economy because we're then sort of trying to sort of shove it in somewhere with good intentions, but actually we kind of almost don't know why we're using it. And then someone says, well, how effective is it? And you sort of think, well, it either is or isn't. And how effective is it compared to doing that instead? Well, we don't know because we don't know why we'd choose one or the other in the first place. So we just need to go backwards to go forwards sometimes, I think.